Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 950. Restarting after stopping. And this who stopped for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Most important thing is to look back. Why did you stop writing? If you stopped writing because it got too hard, then you've got to make sure that your circumstances have changed sufficiently that you can start again and that you're not going to stop again. Because you stop it a second time, that's you're never going to start again. It's going to be way too hard. You're going to be overwhelmed, and you just can't get there from here. You'll talk yourself out of it. So why did you stop? If you stopped because you had kids, great. They're now in school. You've got time again. Great. So your circumstances are right in there. Get back to writing. And you never stop thinking about writing. That's the big thing. If all that interim time is like, oh, I just can't wait to write again. Now you are. You're writing. So what do? Do you rest on your laurels and just say, hey, they know I'm Craig Martelle. Everybody knows me. Yeah, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, they're not going to know who I am. So it's the opposite. You're starting fresh, but the good news is you're not, because you know everything you knew before and you're starting over. Isn't that good? Doesn't everybody dream of that? Hey, man, if I could only go to high school again. I don't dream of that, mind you, but there are other things that, boy, I wish I could do over. Now you get to, because you're kind of starting from scratch again, even if you have a portfolio. But starting from scratch with a portfolio and knowledge and wisdom, you're in a much, much better place. So the story is still king. Be inspired. Think of all that time you were thinking in between while you were stopped. You thought up great thoughts. Did you capture those? And if you didn't, capture them now. As soon as you remember them, oh my God, that was a great idea. Capture it, write it down, and get ready to write that story. And make sure you see it from start to finish. Don't have just a good idea that gets you started, and then you peter out at about the halfway point, and now you can't finish because you don't know where it's going. So see that great idea from start to finish, not all the details in between, but just enough that you've got the whole story arc, and then you can write it. You jam, make a great story, and then move on. Do another one that's even better. So the story is king. Be inspired and get those words down. So the opposite of resting on your laurels is you're going to have better laurels, because now you know lots of stuff that you didn't know before. You did, but you've got this life section in between, and you can use that to pepper into your stories. Add that spice, add that good stuff to make your story full-on curry instead of just chicken with garlic. All right, pick something you read. Pick something you read and something you love. Write that genre. So if you didn't do it before, why not? Why are you writing stuff you didn't read? Why are you writing stuff you didn't love? Now, once again, it's too much like work. Who wants to do work? Who wants to work when you can just write stories and have a great time? And then do the business part. The business part is cool. Even if you don't like it, it's still cool. Advertising, marketing, maybe not, but you still have to do it. You do it. It's okay. You don't have to spend a lot of time on it. You have to spend time on writing great stories, because the great stories are what's going to sell. That's what's going to rejuvenate your career. And you're so much smarter now than you were before. So that is what you carry into this new restart, the rejuvenation of your author career. Okay, most important thing, know why you stopped, know why you're starting again, and make sure the circumstances have changed so much so that you are ready to write again, and that you never stop thinking about it in between. If you did, and it was easy to put behind you, guess what? It'll be easy to quit a second time. So there you go. Restart, even stopping for 2 weeks. Moaz, you can get there, man. You can get there. Just 2 weeks. Jot notes every now and then, even if you're working a full-time job. At a lunch break, use your voice recorder and take those notes and keep the story in mind. So then the restarting is you're still writing. And 2 weeks isn't really stopping when it comes down to it. What comes down to it when it comes stopping, we're talking years. So you kind of forget everything about, geez, an ISBN, where do I get those? What's an ASIN? What is KU? And the questions that you have, that if you keep writing and publishing, that you just know them because, hey, they're out there. That's the common lingo. So relearning the lingo, rejuvenating the writing process, making sure you set the time aside, writing those words, and even 25 words a day, 100 words a day will get you 36,500 words, it'll get you half a novel. And if you get more than if you get 200, you've got a full-length novel and a good-sized one. So maybe only 200 words a day is great. And you could probably get 200 words a day in 10 minutes. So do you have 10 minutes to commit to writing your story? That's what it takes to restart, get rocking, get rolling, and have a good career the second time around. And hopefully this is the one that sticks. And this is the one that brings everything you wanted from it the first time. Peace, fellow humans.